Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Johnna and today we're talking about my journey on a GLP-1 weight loss medication. I am taking Mounjaro. Now, Mounjaro is the same as Zepbound, same exact medication, and the compounded version is called tirzepatide. You also may have heard of Ozempic or Wegovy. Those are the same medications. And the one I'm taking, Mounjaro, is basically the same thing. It does have an added hormone or peptide in it, which is a GIP. Now, Ozempic and Wegovy are made by Novo Nordisk and called semaglutide is the medical name. What I'm taking is a tirzepatide. It's kind of the next generation, and it is made by Eli Lilly, and it is branded under the name Mounjaro for diabetes and Zepbound for weight loss. Same drug. If you get it compounded, it would be tirzepatide. Now, I'm taking Mounjaro. I started back August 1st, and I have been on it over 3 months now, August, September, and October. It's November 2nd, so I am in week 14. I've just completed week 13, and I'm happy to say everything's going great. I'm loving it. Now, I have to tell you before we get started, I am not a doctor or any kind of a medical professional, and you will want to check with your doctor before starting any new diet plan or medication. Most doctors know about these medications and they're pretty up on them, but not all doctors are. And it's a new medication, so it's forever changing, and the process of taking it's changing. Originally in the trials, they moved up doses each month until they got to the top dose, and then that's where they saw the majority of the weight loss. Now people are saying to stay on a lower dose as long as you can if it's working for you. So that's what I'm trying to do. I was on 2.5 for 4 full weeks. Then I went to 5. I was on that for 8 weeks. And then I moved up to 7.5. Now, I continued to lose, and I moved up to 7.5 because I started getting head noise again. Head noise is just that thing that tells you to eat, whether you're hungry or not. Just eat. Eat anything you can. So I did move up to 7.5 because of that, and it worked perfectly. Now, I was a little apprehensive because I thought my symptoms were going to get worse, and actually my symptoms got less on 7.5 than when I started on 5. When I started on 5, I got quite a bit of nausea, and so I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to go through that nausea thing again, but I didn't. 7.5, I really haven't had any side effects. Let's see. And I've done fine. I'm on week 2. The first week, like I said, I moved up because of the head noise was coming back. And I moved up a day early because I really was just getting that craving that I could just start eating. So instead of taking my dose on Thursday, my normal day, I took my first 7.5 on Wednesday. So now I'm taking my doses on Wednesday. But I'm still taking my weight on Thursday because that'll be a completed week. And I can tell you my first week on 7.5, I was starting at 203.6 and I ended at 202.4. So that's only a weight loss of 0.8, and I went up to a higher dose, right? But I have since lost more weight the day after. For some reason, the day after my weigh-in date, I always seem to drop a pound or something. My weight fluctuates. I weigh myself every day, and I'll go up a half a pound, down 3/4 of a pound, up a quarter of a pound. It just fluctuates. Water weight, I don't know. You know, haven't haven't eliminated items by going to the bathroom, but I weigh myself every morning when I get up. So last week I had 0.8, which is one of my smaller weight losses, but I'm happy with it because I know I almost felt like my body's really been shifting. Like I'm thinning down, and I haven't taken measurements, so I don't know. But I feel like I'm thinning down more than the pounds. Like I'll lose the pounds, and then my body will readjust, and then I'll lose some pounds, and my body readjusts. And this is really big and sloppy looking on me, but honestly, I've been sick for the past 4 or 5 days. I just caught a bug, and I've had all my vaccines, my flu, my COVID, so I don't know what it is, but I've just felt a little under the weather. Not bad, but not really wanting to go out and do anything. Sore throat, scratchy throat. But I wanted to get this video up because I want to keep you updated on my progress, and in case it's something that you want to know, because I know when I was starting to go on this, I really was researching how it was working for people and what they were doing, how they felt, and any words of wisdom that I could get prior to doing this myself. So I want to let you know I'm a 68-year-old female, and I have been on probably just about every diet you could name. They all were successful in their own right, but they all were a struggle for me. This has not been a struggle. This is not, I'm not going to say it's not easy. Anytime you do anything that's changing your life, it's not easy. But this hasn't been, I'm not fighting the food. I'm not fighting the temptation. I'm not thinking I'm going to go to a Christmas party and I don't want to go because I'll have to not have the food and I'll have to eat before I go so I'm not hungry when I get there and deprive myself. And I don't do that. If I'm going to somewhere, I'll go. And if there's something I want, I'll have it. I'll try it. I'll have a little bit. I don't have to eat until, I don't know. It's really hard to explain unless you suffer from this disease of obesity. It's just hard to explain. I'm just trying to get healthy, and I'm your average woman, 68 years old, just wanting to take control of my health. I've tried that my whole life. I remember before my gastric bypass, which I had in 2003, was probably, because when you have gastric bypass, you're rewiring your system. You're getting cut open. I didn't really think it'd be emotional. But when I had gastric bypass, it was scary. I didn't know what to expect. Okay, I don't know what I'm going to keep in. It wasn't my intention to start that. But when I had my gastric bypass, it was a very scary time because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if I was going to live or die from it. They cut you open, they staple off the bottom half of your stomach, and then the intestine that goes through, that relieves the food out of your stomach, they have to take that and wire it back up to the top part because that bottom part isn't functioning anymore. and it's called a Roux Y because it's like the letter Y. So they take your intestine and they bring it back up to the smaller part of the stomach so it can empty. I wasn't one of the first people to have this done, so it wasn't like there weren't people that came before me, but I didn't know anyone that had done it. And I also didn't know what to expect. And I was scared. I was very scared. But I also knew that if I didn't do it, the road I was going down was very scary too. And obesity, was I going to die of a heart attack or a stroke or diabetes or, pardon me, between crying and being sick, now I'm all stuffed up again. But so I would do anything. So when people say about going on, I mean, these are natural hormones and peptides that your body produced that my body obviously wasn't producing, or I wouldn't be getting the effect I am from them. And no worries about taking this. I mean, I'm somebody who had changed my whole digestive system around. And I would do anything to be not to be thin, not to be skinny, not to be, because let's face it, when I lose the weight, I'm going to have loose skin. It's not going to be attractive. But to be healthy, that's what I'm looking for, to be healthy. And I was a fairly healthy fat person. But there were silent dangers, that I would have a heart attack any day or something would happen. So anyway, so going on this, I didn't really have any apprehensive feelings about doing it. And now I'm going through, I have several clothes, like this is big on me. This isn't one of the bigger things, but I have a lot of clothes I cannot wear anymore. Baggy clown pants, and I had a bunch of clothes that I had bought. I think I was on Weight Watchers one time, and I got a bunch of clothes on sale that were a little too small, but I thought I was almost there, and they'd fit in. I'd get to fit into them. This is my Fairlife chocolate milk. 1 cup has 13 grams of protein, so I usually have a little of this at night, sip on it. Anyway, so I started moving some clothes, folding them up and putting them on a shelf, and once I get more clothes, I'll give them away. But everything's just getting big, including my undergarments are getting big. But I had a lot of clothes that were smaller sizes. Like I said, I had bought when I was on Weight Watchers one time, thinking, or keto, one of them. And I thought, I'll get into them soon. Well, I never did get into them. Because that was that yo-yo diet. You lose 20 pounds, you just can't deal with it anymore. You gain the 20 and some back, and then you go on it again. And I think I lost that same 20 to 30 pounds 100 times in my weight loss journey. The thing that's different with this is I am now down 30. What did I say I was down? Let me see. I am down, 36.4 pounds down. I'm actually a little bit more than that now because I know I've lost weight. It's a couple of days after my weigh-in. But I am 36.4 pounds down, and I feel like this journey's just begun. I'm not going off. I don't feel I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. I don't feel like I can't have anything. I don't feel like I'm white knuckling it. And I feel like I'll continue to lose if I just continue to take the shot. Now, my big thing is what's going to happen with the shots. You know, it's all in such upheaval and the cost is so high. And it's a business for these pharmaceutical companies. It's not, do they have a passion for health and wellness of people? Probably. I don't know. I think it's more of, for the scientists, I think it's a challenge of figuring out the science. And for the finance people, it's money. That's all it is, money. Sad to say that a drug that costs $1,200 in the United States, you can get in the UK for under $200. Same drug, same manufacturer. And I think in Germany they get it for under $100 or something. I don't know. It's ridiculous. But I have to deal with what I have to deal with. So I will deal with what I have here, and hopefully my insurance will continue to cover it, and my out-of-pocket cost will continue to be less than that $1,200 a month because I couldn't afford that. So my side effects for week 13 and now I'm in week 14 have been pretty much nothing. I haven't had any nausea. I haven't really gotten tired. I've had this cold for 4 or 5 days now, so that's weighing on me, but that has nothing to do with the medication. So, I had a scratchy throat, which actually has gone away in the last 4 or 5 hours. So I'm thinking tomorrow I'll probably just stay low and I should be fine after that. I think I don't think it was COVID. It might have been the flu, but it was very mild, but it still was enough that it laid me up. I mentioned I'm not a doctor, so please, if you have any questions about going on this medication, check with your healthcare provider. You can look at YouTube and you can listen to other people's journeys and see if it's right for you. Write down your questions or concerns and then talk it over with your doctor. There's times I talk to my doctor and I may know things about this medication that my doctor doesn't. They're not on it day to day. They don't understand. So like when I told her I wanted to go up, she goes, well, you're losing weight, And I said, that's not the thing. I mean, I've lost weight a million times. It's the head noise. So when the head noise comes back, I want to up my medication because that's the quieting the head noise is the thing that allows me to lose the weight. So I am right now, I can tell you I was 202.4 pounds on my weigh-in, but I have gotten within a pound of Wonderland since my weigh-in. So I am still continuing to lose. Next week, maybe I will be there, and I'm doing my before and after pictures when I hit Wonderland. And Wonderland is when you hit the 100 mark. And that is when you get below 200 pounds. So when I'm 198 or 199 or whatever, I will be in Wonderland. So it's really just a tremendous marker for people that are well over 200 pounds looking to get healthy and back into a normal weight range. Like I said, I've been packing up a lot of clothes that have gotten big on me this week. And I fit into some small clothes that I couldn't get into, and they zip up, and what a feeling that is. Even though I'm not thin by any means. I'm still over 200 pounds, and I still have quite a bit to lose. But it's really a transition time, and I am loving it. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling healthy. And I often wonder, what do people want to really know? Over the last 3 months, what are the real takeaways for me? And I've talked a lot about head noise or food noise. That's probably my number one thing. Quieting that head noise and that obsessive compulsive thought process of food, what I'm going to have to eat, what there is to eat, how about having some of this or go getting some of that, or when you go in the market. I don't know, I look down the aisle and I think there's nothing I want down that aisle. It's cookies and chips, and even protein bars don't sound good to me because I look at the label and what's in them and stuff, and I don't know. I did get a mix I made for myself. I just got different nuts and I put them in a baggie with some raisins because I figured that helped move things along if you get constipation. And nuts are good too. So I got some different nuts and have that to snack on when I'm at work. So when you go into the store and you're not, you're going for what you want. I'm going for the meat. I'm going for the chicken. I'm going for the eggs. I'm going for my Fairlife milk. This is wonderful. It's good too if you put in protein and banana or fruit or whatever you want. I don't really do a lot of fruit, but I'll put banana, kind of thicken up the protein, and yeah, it's good. But I get my cottage cheese, I get my eggs, I get my beef, sometimes I make a roast, I get chicken. I did buy some tortillas, some little street taco tortillas this week. Corn. I think I haven't used them yet. I think I'll make some little tacos. Sometimes I get lettuce and make like a lettuce wrap instead of having a tortilla. I don't really shy away from tortillas or bread or anything like that, but I don't have it a lot. But I have been having it a little bit. I'm trying to incorporate everything into my diet. I don't want anything that is off limits. I don't want a lifestyle where anything is off limits. I just want to know how to eat like a normal person. I don't count calories. I do try to count protein. I do try to keep my protein around 100. I really strive for 150. Do I make it there? Not very often. Number 2 thing that I've really noticed in the 3 months that I've been on this medication is I don't really have desire for junk food. I'm not going to ever say I don't have anything. I'm not going to ever say I won't have something. But I don't really crave junk food. I think when you're really hungry, your body is asking for nutrition. So that's what I lean towards. And we have stuff in the house because I'm not the only person, but I don't really gravitate towards junk food. Or even carbs. I will have bread. I've started to introduce bread a little bit, but yeah. I focus on protein, and that's about it. Because I want to make sure I maintain enough muscle, and protein's going to help me do that. So, and when you're older, you start losing muscle mass normally. Another thing I want to talk about real quick is other things that I've noticed besides the weight. Obviously, I'm not carrying the weight around, so I don't feel out of breath. I don't feel as tired. I don't feel like I can't do something. But I also had really bad arthritic knees. I was getting cortisone shots, and then I went to getting this gel they were putting in there that cushioned it so it didn't hurt. I was going up one step at a time. I'd go up one step, and I bring this foot up, and then I go up. This is how I was going upstairs. And it hurt. It hurt to even do that. And I can say the inflammation is gone. I go upstairs like a normal person now. Dun, 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 dun. And I don't have the aches and pains. Once in a while, I'll notice I'll have ache my hip. If I'm laying on it, it's almost like I'm too bony or something, which I'm not too bony. I still have a lot of weight on me, but I think when my body is adjusting or shifting or getting balanced out, but I don't have the pain in my knees like I had. I don't have the tiredness of being able to go upstairs. It's just amazing. It's an amazing drug, and I think they're going to find out more and more of the benefits of this medication. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you've enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up so other people can see it, and consider subscribing. Other than that, you guys, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. And hopefully I'll be in Wonderland by then. Have a great day, everyone.